Hello and welcome back to New Year, New Game. This is where I attempt to play 365 games from my Steam library that I have never played before. This is game 338, Eiyuden Chronicle, Rising. This is a prequel to the Eiyuden Chronicle game that is coming out, 100 Warriors, I want to say is what the title is. So another little backstory for Eiyuden. There was a series of games that was out on the PlayStation 1 and 2 when I was younger, called, and I always butcher the name of it, Suikoden. It was a fun JRPG, and it had an element that I've never seen in a JRPG before, where if a character died on the battlefield, or just like during one of your combat sessions, they died permanently. Like, that character was gone, and you could no longer use them. Which, you had a lot of characters that you could recruit, so it wasn't a total loss, but I remember the first time that happened to one of the characters I had, I was like, what? This is a joke, right? I can heal him. It's like Phoenix Downs or something like that, like they have in Final Fantasy. You just bring him back to life, right? Nope. Gone. I thought that was just crazy. Suikoden had... I always get the name wrong. Had 6 games to it, I want to say. There's like 1 through 5. There may have even been a 6. And then Tactics. 5 I know. I remember I played 5. I want to say I did 5 and Tactics was the only ones of the game series that I've actually played. It's a new character every time you play, and I'm not sure if the stories really lined up with each other. It might have been different. A buddy of mine has played 3 and 4, and he did mention something about a character in 3 showing up in 4. But the story-wise, like, the story's different. All takes place in the same world, then, apparently. But, I digress. Eiyuden Chronicle is supposed to be the spiritual successor to that video game series, which is why I was talking about it. For the longest time, I didn't think I'd ever see another Eiyuden game come out anymore. People have wanted remakes, and they're going to make remakes. They're actually going to have a remastered version for 1 and 2 coming out. And then they have this game here as well, which I guess would be considered a new game series. Think of it like more of a multiverse, if anything, because they can't use Suikoden anymore. I don't know how this all works. Licensing and everything. It's something to do with money is really how it all ends up. And the fans are the ones who really suffer from it. Anyways, without further ado, let's get in the game. Okay. It's another JRPG. Play from the beginning. Autosave data will be created. Yes. Save file, created successfully. The art style is pretty cool too. It's like both old and new looking. It's got like fancy new graphics, but still that pixel. Been walking for a while now. She looks like Kid from Chrono Cross. A young CJ, a young girl descended from generations of scavengers. She has come to New Nehir to complete a family's rite of passage. Rune Barrows discovered. Wealth beyond your wildest dreams awaits you in New Nehir. All adventurers welcome. Based on what I heard at the inn yesterday, it shouldn't be too far now. Unless I'm lost. Stop! There's a lizard man in trouble. It's a cowboy lizard. you help me out, will ya? What have we got here? Thieves? Bandits. They're all over the place lately. You look like you can handle yourself in a fight, though. What's that supposed to mean, huh? I'm a regular, everyday trader. You often go around judging folks on how they look? Wow. Sorry. Going after helpless traders now, are we? Clear out, little girl. And you don't even have the decency to deny it. Can't just watch a man's property get stolen, can I? Goes against my principles. Well, come on then, cowards. I'll take you for all you're worth. Do you like dual sickles? Defeat the bandits. Combat basics. I got a jump button. Approach and attack incoming enemies. Although fights can be avoided occasionally, enemies will block the path ahead. Always be ready for some action. CJ's quick step. CJ's unique squill. Skill. CJ can traverse short distances at high speed. Quick step forward while in motion, and backwards while stationary. Time your movements right, and you can use this skill to evade enemy attacks. Yeah. Retreat. Not bad at all. Better than I expected from a youngin'. Hogan's the name. You really saved my skin. I owe you one. Hogan. Never one to miss a trend. Hogan was quick to notice the sudden influx of adventurers to New Nitha, and even quicker to set up shop at the town's authorized trading post. CJ, Honorable Scavenger, at your service. Honorable Scavenger? How's that work? Well, scavenging is just treasure hunting, isn't it? Only difference between that and thieving is whether your mark is living or dead. Thieves think too highly of themselves, though. That's what my clan says, anyway. So scavenger suits you better, huh? Your journey into New Nivea for treasure, then? I take it? Sure am. What about you? Just left. Picked up some trinkets and came out here to sell them off. What about lenses? Do they have lenses? Yep, plenty of them too. I even heard some lucky souls finding rune lenses down in the Barrows. Yes, I gotta get down there now. That humongous lens is as good as mine. Which way to the town? Now what kind of gentleman would I be if I didn't take you there myself? Least I can do, after all. That's the one thing with Suikoden too, is like you would get characters like these, but they would be like sub-characters, so they kind of would help you out in the background. Like this guy's a merchant, so he would open up a store, and wherever you were at, you can go and you would buy from this person who'd sell a certain set of goods. And you'd find other characters who had like services like that they'd offer. Thinking that is gonna stay the same with this. Back again already, Hogan. Wait, where's your escorts? Bolted at the first sign of bandits. Paid good money for them, too. Bandits again? A tougher bunch than last time. Someone ought to do something soon. Look, I just got here to guard the checkpoint, alright? If you got a complaint, take it up with the acting mayor. Yeah. And who's this little lady? Her name's CJ. She's, what was it? Honorable Scavenger. Here to accept the acting mayor's generous invitation. And she's more reliable than your layabouts, that's for sure. Another reckless adventurer willing to risk their lives, and a child at that. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. There's not a single member of my clan who's got their heads screwed on. Reckless fools, every one of them. Fair enough. Acting Mayor certainly be glad to hear that. Proceed. What the hell's that thing? It's a bird person. Back so soon? I'm quite sure I watched you leave just a little while ago. You won't believe what happened, Squash. My word. Well, at least you aren't scratched. Thanks to this young lady, no less. Madam CJ, was it? Squash, authorized appraiser. A pleasure to meet you. Squash! A concierge of all that shimmers. The promise of a glimmering future drew Squash to New Neva to open his accessory shop. His discerning eye quickly earned him the role of the town's authorized appraiser. Authorized appraiser? Indeed, it is my duty to appraise the artifacts excavated from the Barrows. What for? Why, to determine their value, of course. All artifacts found in the Barrows are subject to an explorer tax of 30%. It's a pretty big tax. 30%? You haven't heard the worst of it yet. If you want into the Rune Burrows, you're gonna need an explorer's license from the acting mayor. And that license don't come cheap. Isn't that right, Squash? I'm afraid so. This mayor sounds proper raptious, if you ask me. Raptious? Yep. Raptious is the word. Quite. Well, what's to stop me sneaking out the other side of the ruin anyway? Oh, I wouldn't recommend that. You get caught trying to hightail it out of here with a bag full of loot, well, you won't get very far. Mayor's hired an unsavory from the East Reach to put a stop to any thieving that might occur. So I've heard, at least. I've seen many a crook dealt with in my day, but that mercenary is unnerving. I'm quite sure his presence is the only thing keeping those bandits from darkening our door. How's about we go see the mayor for ourselves, eh? Even a raptious old soul can be reasoned with, after all. Sounds like a plan. Lead the way. Right this way. The town is just ahead. Well then, perhaps the next time we meet, you'll have handfuls of treasure for me to appraise. Until then, farewell. Here it is, a flourishing new frontier in the grips of a gold rush. Welcome to New Nevia. Not much to look at it, is it? Well, I did say flourishing, didn't I? Work in progress. Huh. Is this an earthquake? I can't stand earthquakes. You're fine. Wasn't even that big. Right. Anyway, earthquakes are pretty common here. Best be on your toes. Of course, it's thanks to the earthquake that we even found the Boros. Real big one, about 3 months ago. So that's what's happened. Well, I best be getting back. Got a store to run, after all. Or I will eventually. Figured I'd make a buck or two setting up a trading post for ventures to trade their wares. mosey on by once I've opened up. Wait, where can I find that mayor you were talking about? Town office in the plaza. I suppose, where else? I read a little awkwardly. Thanks, Hogan. Stay out of trouble now. Fingers crossed, Missy. Fingers crossed. Bye-bye. Now then, time to track this money-grabbing mayor. From the main menu, you can check your current quest progress, as well as your stats and items. A minimap showing your current location is also displayed on the screen. Ugh. This puzzling plaza is the beating heart of New Niva, with townsfolk passing through it day and night. The town office sits at its center, where the bulletin board can also be found whenever CJ feels like helping the residents. The Nevia? Nivea? Nvidia? Just gonna talk to that lady. Just jumping. Hey, there's a person here with blue hair. Must be a character. Excuse me, any idea where a girl might find that rapturous acting mayor I've heard so much about? And that's probably them. Rapturous? How rude! Nah, she needs a different voice. Rapturous? How rude! Oh, lighten up. Wait. It's not you, is it? I am Isha, the acting mayor of this town. Yes, I should very much like to know who considers me rapturous, though. Isha. Having taken over as acting mayor after her father went missing, Isha is responsible for the decisions to open the quarry to adventurers, and for taxing them for the privilege. Ah, well, that's, Hogan and Squash. And them again. Perhaps their taxes are due for an increase. Sorry, guys. So, rapturous might have been a bit much. From what I've heard about the mayor, I was expecting some old fogey. Not a, charming young woman such as yourself. How old are you, anyway? 16? What of it? Same as me. I'm CJ. Nice to meet you. An adventurer, I presume. Never judge a book by its boots, as they say. We welcome all sorts here. CJ. Initials, perhaps? Prefer to keep your real name secret. Is that it? Enough about me. License. That's right. I came here to get an explorer's license. An explorer's license costs 100,000 bakwa. Not a penny less. 100,000 bakwa? Are you mad, woman? Do I look like I've got that on me? I'm 16. Give me the children's fee, like the horse carriage in the city. Horse carriages. Do you think me as dull-witted as that? Even your horse carriages consider anyone older than 12 capable of paying the full price. You know your horse carriages? I'll give you that. I don't get that reference. Fret not. We offer assistance to the financially enfeebled. Ah, she's Tom Nook. Take this stamp card, collect enough stamps, and I'll issue you an explorer's license. This has become an RPG Animal Crossing. Stamp card. The residents of New Nevia post odd jobs on the bulletin board frequently. Complete a task, and that resident will stamp your card for you. So, I have to help out around the town? Is that it? In a nutshell, yes. Many were troubled considerably by the earthquake 3 months back. Help is in great demand and short supply. Piece of cake. Don't go anywhere, 'cause I'll be back for my license before you know it. Stamp card. Collect stamps in this card by helping the townsfolk with whatever they need. Essentials for acquiring an explorer's license. No adventurer and new never can be without their stamp card. Never. The bulletin board. There's this little girl with an exclamation point. Find townsfolk who need help. Nothing much to see here. Okay, so I guess she's not posting on the board. Clearly not following the rules there, little girl. Hello! Don't suppose you know of anyone who needs any help around here? I sure do. Really? Who? Me. Oh. Look, I'd love to help you, but if it's not gonna get my card stamped, I'll have to decline. Stamp? Like the ones Maisha gave everyone. I've got one. Look. Wow, even you kids have them. With this stamp, adventurers will perform any and all tasks you require. So use and abuse them. That's what the Maisha said. Raptious might have been right on the money after all. Are you an adventurer too? Yep, call me CJ. What's your name? Priya. So, will you help me, CJ? I certainly will. What can I do for you today, Priya? Find Yum Yum. Yum Yum ran away from home and hasn't come back yet. Can't be having that now, can we? Is Yum Yum your little sister, brother? My cat. She's white and fluffy, cute and cuddly. You want me to track down a cat? So much for treasure hunting, I suppose. She got startled by the quake earlier and jumped out the window. She's still little, so it's dangerous for her to go out by herself. If she wanders outside the walls, she could be eaten by a monster. Oh, please find her for me, CJ. Yum Yum is my most treasured friend. Treasured, you say? Well, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's finding treasure. I'll have Yum Yum back in your I'll have Yum Yum back to you in no time. Oh, thank you. I'll be right here, Kay. I guess we are still gathering information. Where are we at time-wise? I know it's one thing with JRPGs. 23 minutes, so I'll keep going. Do this. Let's see here. Old woman! An outlander. Save your breath. This used to be a quiet little village, till you showed up. Nothing but nuisance, the lot of you. What is that Isha lass thinking, eh? No respect for tradition. Nice lady. As a girl. It's just the village is filled with females, is all this is. Oh, no, maybe not. I think that red hair is probably the one boy in the village. Whoa! Never seen an adventurer like you before. If you find anything good, don't keep it all for yourself, yeah? That old bag might not see the benefit in letting you venturers in, but I do. Mining's all we've got, after all, especially now they've sealed off the burrows. What use would a mining town be without a mine? Honestly, Isha might be a bit daft at times, but she's right about this. What do you mean? Greedy? Certainly, but daft. Oh, I didn't mean nothing by it. She's just different from the rest of us. she's got her hair blue. There's a boy. A little boy. You haven't seen a fluffy white cat being cute and cuddly around here, have you? I have Priya's cat, right? Yum Yum. Really? Where'd it go? I pulled its tail and it ran off into the woods. Why would you pull a cat's tail? Why not? Nothing to do with an outlander like you anyway. Charming. She's only small, so she'll be gobbled up by monsters for sure. There are monsters all over the place since the mining started. There'll be no cats getting gobbled on my watch. I promised Priya I'd return her treasure, and that's what I'm gonna do. I appreciate the info, kid. Could have done without the attitude, though. Oi, lady, off. You can now go from town outskirts to the Great Forest. There are a variety of dungeons around the town, each rich with their own unique resources ready for you to mine. Since the earthquake, monsters have been sighted in greater and greater numbers, so proceed with caution. Alright, let's get to the town outskirts. What are we gonna find? Go up that way. Oh, down this way. The Great Forest, a large, lush forest located just outside the border of New Nivea. While the area is rich with food, wood, and stone, the monsters which have gathered there since the earthquake have made it a dangerous place. Manish Adventurer. Manish? A cat? No idea. Sorry. Signpost. Save. Save at signposts, alright. Hey, it's got an autosave, that's cool. What's this thing? Oh, it's like plants near flowers, okay. The Great Forest. Yeah, shall be honest. Weep. In there. Ah. Might as well do it too. Get the experience points. Leveled up. There's that white fluffy cat. A cat! Small, white, fluffy, cute. Yep, you must be Yum Yum. Yum Yum. Psst, psst, psst. Who's a good kitty? Eh? Nothing to be afraid of. Please don't run away. Gotcha. Meow. What's a little angel like you doing in a place like this, eh? Let's get you back to your family, shall we? I'm back, and look who I found. Meow. Yum Yum. I was so worried about you, dummy. Cut her some slack, yeah? She had a bit of a scare and ran off into the woods, that's all. A scare? Oh no! I'm sorry, Yum Yum. At least you're not hurt. Don't go wandering off no more, okay? Thank you so much, CJ. As promised, here's my stamp. Why, thank you. And done. One stamp down. Plenty more to go. Say, Freya, you don't happen to know anyone else who might need some help, do you? Sure do. Really? Who's next then? My dad. Our house got all messed up in the big quake 3 months ago. Dad's been trying to fix it, but he never has enough wood. Do you think you could help him, CJ? Gotta help her dad with wood, huh? Of course. Leave it to me. Gotta fill up the stamp card so I can get my explorer's license, you see? Can't expect it to stamp itself, can I? I mean, if she's got a stamp, can you just, like, multi-stamp it? Like, I found your cat. Give me the stamp. I'm just gonna stamp all of this and bring it back. You're the best, CJ. So, where is your dad anyway? We live just over there, in the residential district. Got it. Bye for now, Priya. Priya? Bye-bye. Alright. Boom. Got a stamp. And experience points. I also got to level 2. Leveling up. As your party accumulates experience, their level and stats will increase. Experience is gained by completing quests and defeating enemies inside dungeons. Achievement unlocked. Plenty more to go. Complete the first main scenario quest. Main quest 2. Repair my broken house. You can now go from plaza to residential district. Well, alright. Does leveling up do anything? You can see what her weapons are here. Armor. I think the one thing too is I like RPGs where if you equip different weapons and armor, it changes the appearance of the character themselves. When it doesn't do that, I get a little sad. Alright, well, that's it. That is, I've been pronouncing everything wrong today. Eiyuden Chronicle Rising. A prequel to the Eiyuden Chronicle game that is going to be coming out next year, 2024. It's pretty good. I like the art style in this game. As for like RPGs, it doesn't have that turn-based type of combat. It's got more of the, I want to say hack and slash. I know it's not really a hack and slash thing, but just a base combat, almost similar to like a platform, because it's all 2D. Going into these different areas to say that you can, dodge and move past some of the enemies. Like we had that sleeping monster. I didn't have to go back and fight it. I could have just easily jumped over it and continued. So maybe we'll have some of that, or even like different skills as we level up, other than just like the dashing that can affect the monsters that you see there. It'll be more interesting too once we get more characters unlocked to play as, because you do get characters. I think you only get 3. I mean, if you go to the Steam store page for this game, it seems like it is CJ, the mayor lady, and then a kangaroo man, which we haven't encountered yet. And those just seem like the 3 characters that you play as while enjoying this game. But it was a good game. I would be more than happy to come back and play it again. Got a nice soundtrack to it. The story is, well, I mean, we don't really know too much about it except for our character CJ, who is just coming here to get an adventurer's license and is clearly looking for lenses down in this Barrows that she needs to go down to. So, I guess looking further into that, maybe it's more interesting. Comes from a family of scavengers, so maybe there's some like plot thickening there, huh? Who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna give the game a thumbs up. Well put together, really nice little RPG game, JRPG game, however you want to put it. But that was going to do it for me. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next game. Goodbye.